want to be happy in your life. You want to be happy, you want to be at ease. You want to be connected and enjoy your life. And you're probably on a path. Obviously you're on a path or you wouldn't be watching this. So you're on a growth path of some kind. I imagine you're a yogi or a meditator or just someone who's really devoted to their own growth. And yet this like joyful heart seems to be lacking despite various things that you may have tried. It's really likely that you're well aware of how your thoughts are related to how you feel. And you might even be thinking that, your mind is just so negative and it needs help. You need to somehow change your mind. So you wrestle and you try in your yoga practice or in your meditation cushion to get rid of all of those negative thoughts. And yet, this wrestling with your mind just doesn't seem to work because you just it's this feeling of just being stuck in it, right? You're feeling bad and so you're thinking bad thoughts and so you keep feeling bad and it's just like this loop that you just can't get off of. It's like this hamster wheel. You can just keep spinning and spinning and spinning, and it can feel tiring and frustrating and hopeless, sad, irritating, You might just notice that you're feeling a lot of edginess and irritation, and if you really check in with yourself, what you're deeply wanting is to connect again with that deeper peace. And so, if you're watching this, and if you've watched it this far, I have an answer, if you want to call it an answer. I don't know if you'd call it that. Would you call it an answer? No. But I have a tool. I have something that you can do to begin to wake up your heart, to begin to wake up that sort of natural sense of ease and peace and joy within. You see, because a lot of times what we do is we try to solve the problems of our negative mind through it. We focus on what's wrong, thinking that if we focus on what's wrong, we can fix it. But what we end up doing is just seeing more and more of what's wrong. So maybe we could try something altogether different. And that thing that's altogether different is gratitude. Gratitude, being thankful, acknowledging your blessings. I've tried, time and time again when I practice gratitude, it doesn't change my negative mind as much as it just shifts my perspective so that I sense and I come home to a bigger perspective. And from this bigger perspective, you could call it this bigger sense of peace. I can hold my negative mind rather than being consumed by it. Does that make sense? Yeah, so let's just check it out together and give it a shot. And then I will give you some just tips from my own practice, and you might use these practices in your day-to-day life so that you can begin to establish more of these grooves of joy and ease and peace within. So it is important because we're, you've gotten on to this, right? We're trapped, we get trapped in specific kind of patterns of thinking. And those patterns aren't just going to magically go away. Because we read a book or because we listen to this YouTube talk, it's not going to just go away. So we actually need to practice our gratitude muscle, just like if you want cut arms, you're going to go to the gym and lift weights, right? If you're going to bridge the gap between wanting and manifesting or wanting and having, then you need to do some work to get there, right? Check that out. This is actually something that you have control over. You actually have, through the power of your intention, the ability to sort of master your emotional world by cultivating on purpose those qualities of the heart that are nourishing, that are wholesome, that are feel good, you know? And so let's go ahead and do a little practice. And this is a practice that I would suggest you do every morning. So if you need to pause this and just get a notebook and a pencil or a pen, go ahead and do that. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. And then you can write this stuff down, and then maybe you can begin to practice tomorrow. I would love for you to begin practicing, and then note below on the comments here on YouTube, or you guys, I have a what do you call it? A page, a group that's called, it's a group. It's called 7 Days of Gratitude. And so, yeah, you know, I'll leave the link too to a freely offered practice that you can download. It just gets into your email, into your inbox, and then you can do it on your own as well. So yeah, do that too. But this is sort of the shorthand version of that. But why not download, you know, that's free. So I'll leave the link, so why not take advantage of it? And then let me know what you think of it. I digressed a little bit, but I'll come back now to the practice. And so you can just close your eyes. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Letting it go, deep breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. And last time, breathing in. And sigh it out. Good. And what we want to do first is just contact the felt sense and the current moment experience, so that we're not using gratitude as a way to bypass ourselves. This is important. So putting a hand on your heart and just naming what's here, and I'll model this for you. So I'm just aware that there's a little tightness in my chest. I have some thoughts about making sure that I get what I need to get done this morning. So this is a feeling of anxiety. Ooh, and then the minute I name that, like, I just notice it relax and my legs relax. Now I feel a sense of just calm washing over me. And then I'm just being with that, really allowing both the anxiety, the fear that I have about disappointing or not sort of following through, with this sense of deep calm. And so I would describe it as this sort of deep, like, well of peace that was, you know, that sort of blossomed after I named the anxiety. And that just, you know, doesn't have to happen that way. Don't try to make this happen. Just name what's here. If all there is anxiety, and then naming that, and then maybe you sense some relief, and then you can name that, and then you just drop in. You know, it's just, you just come to this place of being a little more settled inside yourself. Just take your time as you get there. Naming the sensations and maybe the emotions, keeping the content really simple so the words don't get into a lot of story. Some mindfulness of body sensations here, of thoughts and emotions. And if you work privately one-on-one with me, you're familiar with this as the Nest meditation. The Nest meditation is something I learned from Jason Gaddis. You can check out his work. If you're a client of mine, I've probably recommended it to you already. I'll leave a link for that below. And then from this place of deeper presence, you can open your eyes, or you may keep them closed as you just do this inquiry. Be prepared to write this down. So again, if you didn't get a pen and paper, you can pause this now. And get a piece of pen and paper. And then just tapping back in. And the question is, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for in this moment? And then notice what comes up. Like for me, immediately, it's so funny. So first it's my kids. So I would write down my kids. And then I heard the trash truck. Okay. You might hear it right now too, and it's coming by. And I was like so grateful that I don't have the car today. My husband has the car, so I don't have to worry about moving it. I'm just laughing because it's like so cool. I don't know, like that's so cool that that just came up. Such a simple thing, you know? And then this time that I actually have this time to make this video, very grateful for that I get to do this work that I am so in love with. And then just go ahead and list, like just let it come. Just let it come. And then if you can do 10, that's great. Maybe you do 3 and you work up to 10. But do a minimum of 3. And now I want you to go back when you're done and read each one. Read each one and then sense in your heart like how grateful you really are for that. So, you know, sensing sort of a visceral felt sense connection as you read each one, and then receive the gift of that. It feels good. It feels good to be grateful. So just like sort of take a bath in your gratitude. Take a bath in the gratitude that you're cultivating. Now, don't judge your experience. You're doing it right. Don't expect that it's going to be some like blissed out, like woo-woo feeling that you're not having, you know? Because that ain't going to work for us, you know? We're too, we're too grounded. We're too like, you know, it needs to be connected to what you're experiencing. So just let it rip, let it be what it is. I just happened to have a really like beautiful morning that didn't start out so beautiful, and I sat in church. There's a church right by my house that I love, and I just sat in church and cried. So I feel really like connected and to myself right now. And I'd actually made another gratitude video, and I'm making this new one because this felt more connected, and I wanted to share that with you. And I want you to get this, you know? I really want you to get this. I want this to bring you healing and a sense of peace, okay? And then I want you to notice too how that came from, it didn't come from solving any problems, did it? It didn't come from trying to change who you are. Notice that it's just this waking up of something that's inherently true within you. It's always here. You know, Thich Nhat Hanh refers to it as watering seeds. Like he says, it's not enough to suffer. It's not enough to suffer. We must touch peace too. It's not enough to suffer. We must touch peace. We must touch peace too. And so he talks about how, you know, when we're working with difficult states of emotion, like anger, for example, he has a wonderful book that I highly recommend called Anger. And he's careful to point out that we need not repress our anger, yet at the same time, in order to help support anger and take care of our anger, we need to water the seeds of joy within us. And gratitude is a really beautiful practice for that. So I hope that helps. Let me know, let me know if that serves you in any way, shape, or form. I'd really appreciate the feedback. And sending you so much love and many blessings. Namaste. Hey, I'm Karina. Thanks for watching my video. If you like this, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is right up in the corner. You can also find me at karinanickerson.com. All right, many blessings, and I'll be seeing you soon.